Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to solve a polytropic compression problem for air in a piston cylinder device. Here is the problem statement. A piston cylinder device contains 0.5 cubic meter of air at 200 kilopascal and 27 degrees Celsius. The air undergoes reversible polytropic compression with N equals 1.3 until pressure reaches 800 kilopascal. So here is the given data that will be coming from the problem statement. So initial volume is V1 is 0.5 meter cube. Initial pressure P1 is 200 kilopascal, that is given in the problem. Initial temperature is T1 27 degrees centigrade. So if we convert to Kelvin, that is 300 Kelvin. Polytropic index N is equal to 1.3. Final pressure P2 is 800 kilopascal. And for air R 0.287 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Remember the unit. So it is not 8.314. Okay, so you have to check the unit. So here kilojoule per kg Kelvin, not mole Kelvin, kg Kelvin. And Cp is, so here you can remember that very carefully, the unit. So here this unit you have to remember. So here this is kilojoule kg Kelvin, and Cp is given specific heat at constant pressure 1.005 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Now here in part 1 we have to calculate that the initial mass of air in the cylinder using ideal gas law maybe, and second determine the final temperature and volume, and then third calculate the work done during the compression process and determine the heat transfer during the process. Now I am going to calculate part 1. So in part 1 initial mass of air, so using ideal gas law, so here this m is mass, so it is not PV is equal to nRT. Here PV is equal to mRT because R unit has different per kg Kelvin. Okay, so here I am using PV is equal to mRT. So solving mass m equals P1 V1 over RT1. First convert temperature, already we did that, 26 degrees Celsius equals to 300 Kelvin. Now we are plugging all this data. So here that m is equal to P1 is 200, V1 is 0.5, R is 0.287, and then T1 is 300. Now if you do the calculation, that will be 100 by 86.1, and finally we will get that m equals 1.161 kg. So mass of the gas, that is mass of the air, so 1.161 kg. Now next is part 2. For polytropic process we have special relation, temperature ratio equals pressure ratio to the power of n minus 1 over n. So T2 by T1 is equal to P2 by P1 n minus 1 by n. So we know P2 by P1, P2 we know 800, that will be reach 800 kilopascal. P1 is 200, we know n value, n is equal to 1.3. so you have to calculate this and we will get that is 1.396, and T2 we know that is 300 degree. So T1 we will get, so 418.8 Kelvin. So here okay, so P2 we have to calculate. Okay, so T1 we know, or T2 we have to calculate. T2 is 418.8 Kelvin, means P1 sorry, so P1 actually 200 kPa, T1 is 300 Kelvin. So we got P2 that will reach 800 kPa, and T2 that we got from the calculation 418.8 Kelvin. Now next so here the final temperature we got 418.8. this is the final temperature, or if we convert the temperature Kelvin to degree centigrade, that will be 141.8 degrees centigrade. So now next is that final volume calculation. So using polytropic relation, V2 by V1 is equal to P1 by P2 to the power 1 by n. So P1 and P2 we know, n we know, okay, and volume, initial volume we know, that is 0.5. So from here, if I plug all together, so V2 will get, okay, so V2 that is going down, so V2 we got something here, that is 0.3, you can say 0 point something. Okay, we have to calculate that, and we'll get that final volume maybe, if you do the calculation, 0.174 meter cube. That will get, so it will be going down, so means chop up 0.174 meter cube. So now we got P1, V1, T1. So P1 is 200 kilopascal, V1 is 0.5, T1 is 300, P2 we know 800, V2 we got 0.174, T2 we know that is something 415 something, 418.8, so that we know. So now here we are verifying that earlier we got m is equal to something 0.161, so that we got. So here P2 V2 is equal to mRT2. So from here we are calculating V2, m we know, so we plug all this, so we get V2 is 0.1744, and earlier we calculated the V2 is 174, so it is nearly same, so verified. Slightly difference due to the rounding. Now we have to calculate the work done. So how will you calculate the work done? So we know the formula for work done. So here formula W equals P2 V2 minus P1 V1 divided by 1 minus n. Okay, so we plug all this 800, P2 we know, V2 we know, P1 we know, V1 we know, n we know. We plug together, plug all this, and we can calculate W is nothing but minus 131.2 kilojoule. So here that negative work we are getting, means work is done on the system, means compression. Okay, so work done we got minus 131.2 kilojoule. So alternative way also we can calculate that. So similar that is you can remember the formula AMR T2 minus T1 by 1 by n. Again we plug all this, we got minus 131.9, and so it is similarly same in earlier calculation. Okay, next is for first law of thermodynamics, we have to calculate the heat transfer. So Q is equal to del U plus W. So here del U is equal to mCv T2 minus T1. We know Cp minus Cv is equal to R, so we can calculate Cv is equal to Cp minus R. So here we plug Cp and R, that is given 1.005, R we know, so Cv we will get 0.718 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So if we plug all this, T2 we know, T1 we know, M we know, Cv we know, so del U will get 99.0 kilojoule. And here then apply first law. So Q is equal to del U plus W. So del U we know, W also we know. So finally Q will be minus 32.2 kilojoule. So here Q is negative, minus 32.2 kilojoule. So here sign negative heat transfer mean heat is transferred out of the system. So physical interpretation, what is that? During compression, even though internal energy increases, more energy enter as work than is stored. So excess heat must be rejected. So that's why it is negative sign. So summary of the result: initial mass M is equal to 1.161 kg, T2 is 418.8 Kelvin, that means 145.8 degree centigrade. So T1 was 27 degree centigrade, and V2 is 0.174 meter cube. Work done is minus 131.2 kilojoule, and heat transfer Q is equal to minus 32.2 kilojoule. So that's it. Thank you.